Building a globally load balanced cloud architecture for an application sounds like a good idea, but not doing it properly can lead to a system downtime. By the end of this video, you will be able to create and deploy a globally distributed automatic failover, multi-region and production ready architecture built on best practices in just few commands. This video is part of a Scale with Simplicity series. You can find such more videos on DigitalOcean YouTube channel. So let's start with what we are going to build and deploy. In this architecture, as you can see, I have a global load balancer and a multi-region setup. We are using global load balancer to distribute the traffic in multiple regions, which ensures that, okay, if something goes wrong in one of the region, it distribute to the nearest region of the user as well. So we have a multi-region setup. Then global load balancer is redirecting data to the regional load balancer. Regional load balancer is just an internal load balancer, which ensures to distribute that traffic internally in that particular region in that VPC. We also configured the VPC pairing between our regions so that if our services want to communicate with each other, they can have a private communication and secure communication. So if you want to have a centralized database or centralized monitoring system, this system will help you to have it very easily, and which is the best practice you can follow as well. So we get the overall idea what we are trying to do. Now let's deploy an application into this architecture and see if our application is accessible between these regions or not. I will be using the Terraform modules to deploy them quickly. So the first step is cloning the repository, and I went ahead and I already cloned. I'll share the repository link in the video description. Now you need to go to the reference architecture directory and the global load balance reference architecture, which we are talking about. And to understand what actually we are trying to deploy, you can click on the main.tf file and you can see we are trying to create some resources, which we discussed already. So to initiate the Terraform module, you need to run the Terraform init. Once you run the Terraform init, you will see that we have initialized our module, and now we need to create our Terraform variable file. So I already created the test.tvars file. In that file, I have configured few of the things, which is like the TLS and the domain which my global load balancer will be using, and the name prefix of our droplets, droplet size, and the droplet image which we will be using in our case, and we will be having the 3 VPCs. So let's quickly go into the main.tf file and quickly went through all of the resources. Over here, we are trying to create a multi-region VPC. And we are trying to have a certificate for our DigitalOcean managed domain. On this module, we are trying to create a global load balancer and the regional load balancer, and trying to connect the regional load balancer to the global load balancer in front. Once we do that, we also trying to have a droplet instance for each. Inside each VPC, we are having the true droplet. So each VPC will have the +1 droplet, which is 2 droplets. And once we have that configured, we'll be configuring those droplets with the required variables which we defined in the variable file. Once we do that, inside each droplet, we are running a simple script, which is system update, and we are trying to run the simple nginx server as well. Nginx server will help us to understand which that droplet is running in which region. Once you go through the module, you can make the changes as you require. Once you do that, you need to run the Terraform plan command, which will help you understand, okay, what are the resources are going to be deploying in your cloud account. And since I already know what are the resources are going to be deployed, I'll run the deploy command directly. I have already deployed some of the resources in my cloud account, so it is quick. It will take a little bit time for you, but once after it is done, it will show something like this. Now let's go to the cloud account and let's see if our website is up or not. Inside my cloud account, you can see that I have all the load balancers are up. Now, since our load balancers are configured, let's go and see if our website is up. Since we have seen we have 3 subdomains on which we have deployed our application. Let's pick one, which is the AMS3. If I go in my browser and click on that, I can see that my AMS3 region is up, my droplet is up. If you hit multiple times, you will also get the droplet one as well. To further understand the architecture, you can go to the Scale with Simplicity GitHub repo. I'll share the link of this repository in the video's description. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.